It's Fast Cash Friday, and welcome to today's video. Let's start with the top down and get into it. Alright, so for today, when we opened up, it was a little bit nervous because we had the prior day high here, and then the pre-market high. So we were inside yesterday's high, and then the prior day low was here, and the pre-market low was here. So we were inside of yesterday's candle. So it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but I had something on the lower time frame that made it worthwhile. Here you see on the 4 hour, we sold off yesterday. We kind of put in our bottom right at the market open last night, pushed up, and then sold back off this morning up until 10 o'clock. And this area right through here was my support between the pre-market low and prior day low. This was the support area that I was looking at. All right, on the 1 hour, you'll see something here that I've drawn from this high right here to this low. Actually, the low needs to be down here. Boop. 0.58, 0.5, and 0.618 are here, and we retraced up just a little bit past that and then came back down through it today. So this, when I came in this morning before market open, I was looking at this push up and I said, okay, we're through this. We have to break this high up here in order to go long. And then when we break this, we have to break up here. So until this structure area up here broke, and I can actually draw a shelf right through here, until that breaks, we're not in a uptrend. I should pull it down to include that right there. And I could include this gap as well, but we closed up here. So make it a little bit smaller of a target area there. So once we got above that, then I was okay with longs. So I graded it as a C to the upside and an A to the downside if we broke down somewhere in here. We ended up, coming down a little bit. You'll see it on the lower time frames. But when we got into this support area here, I got really nervous, and you can see how we're bouncing off of it now. All right, on the 15 minute, we were up, depending on how you actually look at it. We're up through here, but if you back up, we're still down. So we had a little bit of a mixed match on the time frames because of that, because we were down on the daily, down on the 4 hour, down on the 1 hour, and then the 15 was where it kind of shifted. And you can see we're above VWAP through here. So we were up on the 15, which is a contradiction of the time frames. Whoops. But again, hitting that 618 and 0.5 retracement, that made it seem healthy for me for taking the trade. So we put in the opening range high up here, and then we slammed down, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see us slam down through the VWAP here. I really wanted to see us pull back up into VWAP a little bit, but we didn't. We just broke on down. My standard stop was like 60 points from my entry, which was like right here in this area here, which was below VWAP and below my fair value gap. So I did extend my stop up above that in order to give it some more room to breathe. And I actually was kind of hoping for a pullback, and I was going to add in 2 contracts because, like I said, it was an A to the downside. So I was okay taking a little bit more risk today, but we never even approached up there. I wanted to see how we reacted from it, to see, because there's less risk on the trade up here. If I enter a contract, my stop distance is less. So say I'm risking 200 from here to here. From here to here is only like $50 more. So it just didn't do it. So that was fine, no big deal. We ended up pushing up a little bit and then breaking down. I drew this support after these 3 wicks were here. This was like my shelf area. We broke down, we pulled up and tested it, and then sold down. And then I'll show you on the 1 minute here the rest of it. So we, again, entry was right here. Right after that, we did push up and reject from the orb low, which was good. Would have been a little bit better of an entry, but with us breaking down and not even testing VWAP, it's one of those things where we could have just sold on down. We chopped around a little bit up here a little bit and then sold down, pushed up and then sold down, and then when we hit down here, we were in that area of resistance that I was talking about, which was about from here to the prior day low. And I really wanted to see what would happen here. We kind of put in this green candle, and I was like, okay, this is an area I really want to watch on what to do. And I was thinking about what to do. I had already moved to break even, and which was just above this shelf here that we tested and went back down. So I was thinking about exiting the trade down here at, it was like $260, $270. It was bouncing around down here, and I was like, I really want 300. Where I got 300 from, and why I wanted such a round number is, I have no idea. But I really contemplated closing it out down here. But we put in this candle here, and then we pumped up, and I was like, I'm just going to move my stop down below this shelf, and like if we came back and tested this shelf, I wouldn't want to see it go like above this candle here. So that's why I put the stop just above this prior candle right here. and we came up and hit it, and now, we're kind of chopping around through here a little bit. We may go lower for the day, I don't know. But I was worried of a V-shaped recovery happening if we were to slam up through here, and I didn't want to risk the money after we had already been down and I was so close to my take profit. So I wish now I had closed it out, because like I said, it'd been like 260, 270, maybe even 280, depending on the field that I got by closing it out via the market. But I can't complain. I did get 112 in the funded account and 114 in the eval account. So those are still going pretty good. So together, like a $226 day, not too shabby on that, because my goal ultimately is to add more accounts as we go. So hopefully you've had a wonderful week. Hopefully you stayed green this week if you traded, and hopefully you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week.